It should be of no surprise to anybody that's existing on planet Earth today that AI is the hottest thing on the market and has been for the last 2 years or so. The models are getting smarter. The GPUs are getting more expensive every single day. And Nvidia is like the guy selling all the shovels during this gold rush. Except in this gold rush, these shovels cost $40,000 and they need liquid cooling in order to continue running. Are we actually witnessing the future unfold? Or are we just inflating one big dirty bubble? And I'm talking about this in light of the most recent meme going around, and it's kind of true, but kind of not, because OpenAI agreed to invest $100 billion into Oracle, and Oracle also agreed to give $100 billion to Nvidia, and then Nvidia went ahead and agreed to give $100 billion to OpenAI. So it's so circular, like it's an infinite money glitch because then all three of their stock prices go up. So what's exactly going on here? It's super complicated and very hard to explain every single detail, but we really got to get an idea of what's going on in this space, because the big question is there actually demand for all this, or are they creating their own demand? And that is a bubble, right? We're hopping into it right now. So this graphic that's coming on stream right now is the main one that I want to talk about, but I'm not going to get into every nitty gritty detail of what's actually going on. But I wanted to show you guys the big web that is investments going back and forth between these companies in this, you guessed it, sphere, not bubble. I don't want to say that dangerous word. In this sphere, in this literally pocket universe, that's how the money is kind of going around between themselves. Starting with the 4.5 trillion monster child of Wall Street, their GPUs are basically like the oxygen tanks for AI. Like if you want to train a model, you need them. And if you want to sound cool getting interviewed on CNBC, well, you just name drop them. And then now everyone thinks you're a genius because you said GPU. But the plot twist is that Nvidia isn't just responding to natural demand. It's kind of like they're creating it. It's weird, but in a way they are, because Nvidia is investing into AI companies that then these AI companies turn around and need to buy the chips, buy the GPUs from Nvidia. It's kind of like if I give you 20 bucks to go buy pizza, and then I tell you, I'll give you this 20 bucks, but you need to buy from my pizza restaurant. So then I go out into the world and I brag about how much demand there is for my pizza, but your 20 bucks that bought my pizza is my 20 bucks about my own pizza. And then both of our stock prices go up because everyone wants pizza these days. It's weird, but that's kind of what's happening. So if we hop outside of the Nvidia bubble, we go to OpenAI, that's valued at $500 billion, $500 billion, but they only make 12 billion in revenue. So they're burning through money. They're losing money every time you and I use ChatGPT. Even for their most premium subscribers of $200 a month, they still lose money there. Maybe they could raise it higher prices, but who would actually pay that? And they're kind of saying that once they get more volume, they get more GPUs, they get more efficient, they can bring those prices down, or at least bring their costs down, maybe keep the prices the same and become profitable. But 12 billion in revenue and a $500 billion company, people like to compare the dot-com bubble. Back then, people would just tag .com, internet, or something to their company name, and the stock price would shoot up, and they haven't even made $1 yet. This isn't exactly the same, but I fear that it's going more and more towards that, especially with quantum computing companies. Now, all these companies just keep asking for money left and right and investing in other people. And I just ask you to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the video, and we'll get right back to the video. Don't want to waste your time, but hitting that subscribe really helps the channel. I love talking to you guys in the comments, and the like button helps a ton. So let's get back to the video. Then on the other side of things, you have Oracle, another big player in this space, but they don't do AI or GPUs. What they do is they rent out their data centers. That's what they do. They lease cloud computing. So if you're an AI startup and you want to train a model or you want to run your model, but it's so expensive, you need to build a huge data center, don't worry. Oracle's got you covered. They will invest in your startup as long as you use their data centers. You pay them to run and train your AIs. So it's circular. It's like financial recycling, except you're not saving the planet. The exact opposite, actually, but you're inflating Nvidia's share price. Now, okay, I'll be a little fair to them, to the AI space, that all the AI demand isn't 100% fake / not real, because I use these tools all the time. I bet a lot of you watching this video use it as well. ChatGPT, Midjourney, more recently Sora 2. Now, the problem isn't whether how much is real usage, how much is real demand versus how much is fake. It's just that the entire usage isn't profitable. It's not, there's no profits yet. You see, right now, every prompt that you type into an AI model is basically just burning through our fresh water supply that you and I need to survive our futures. And it's also burning through cash. But think of it like Uber in the early days. Rides were cheap because they were all lit on fire and subsidized by the venture capitalists that invested in there, and they wanted to grow the business to when they go public. And now Uber rides are super expensive, but people still pay them anyways. And now they're profitable. So are we actually in one big dirty bubble? Short answer, yes. The long answer, yes, but with RGB lighting because it looks cooler. AI companies are valued like they already replaced every human worker, but the profits don't match like we just spoke about. Nvidia is also priced and continues to be priced like demand will never slow down. Now, that doesn't mean that AI is going to die tomorrow. It just means that we're living in one big giant speculation loop. But the counter argument here is we would be in a recession right now. The United States and the whole world would be in some sort of recession after the whole pandemic we went through. But AI came in to prop up our economy, to prop up the stock market, to prop up banks and everything else. I don't know if you agree with that. I don't know if I do, but it's something to keep in mind because if AI had not came in 2 years ago, there wouldn't be any big thing that we'd be debating as a bubble. And things at that point were just going down. Now, look, I'm not trying to claim that I have a crystal ball and I know what's going to happen or what should have happened or anything. But I want us to keep in mind that after the whole pandemic and the world was recovering, in 2023, at around July, we hit a peak and then we started coming down as far as the stock market goes, which is not higher than the pandemic highs. And the stock market in general just started coming down. But at some point, AI was announced, what was going on with OpenAI, with ChatGPT, and then the stock market went up and now it broke the new highs and we are where we are today. Now, through all this, Nvidia is still making money, but a lot of the AI companies you hear about are still bleeding cash faster than the crypto trader on leverage, like we talked about in this last video. And like I said, we've seen situations like this arise in the past, like with the dot-com bubble, the dot-com stocks, how they would rise up having made zero revenue, zero sales, zero anything, and they shoot up like crazy. We also saw that happen during the pandemic. Whenever you had people announce, oh, we're researching, I don't want to say the sickness, right? We're researching the sickness and we're going to come up with sickness tests, a sickness vaccine. And then boom, their stock prices would go crazy during that time. We've seen stuff like this happen before. It's just, it's never ended favorably. At least not in recent history, but this may be different. AI does seem to be very promising as something that will stick with us for the long-term future. In the same way the dot-com bubble kind of happened and then it recovered because we still use internet to this day. But whether it's a big dirty bubble or your salvation, Jesus Christ can save you from all that. So I'm Jason Ack, electrical engineer, and good to meet you guys. If you're the first time watching, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Bye, guys.